how do you feel today, kind of with the excitement of the press and everybody coming? Have you ever experienced anything like this before? Have you ever given a press conference? Or?
No, this is very new to me. It's kind of overwhelming and kind of exciting, and it's wonderful that the day is finally here. The Papal Nuncio, Archbishop Zombie, called me November 22nd and told me the Holy Father would like me to serve as Bishop of Dodge City. And but I couldn't talk to anybody other than Bishop Gilmore. So it's kind of a relief in a way that the day's finally here, that it's public.
Yeah, I bet so.
And no, I never had a press conference before. I'm sure there will be a lot of firsts for me in the first year or two here.
Yeah. Well, was there any kind of a hint ahead of time at all? Did this come as just a complete surprise to you when you got the news?
Well, it's pretty much a surprise. It's we're always open to the Lord's call, wherever it may be. But it's pretty astounding and overwhelming, humbling call.
Had you ever thought in the past, had you ever imagined that you could become bishop, or had the thought ever crossed your mind?
We joke when we're in the seminary, if I was bishop. But then when we were ordained, we realized that's for somebody else to do. Yet I was open to the Lord's call to the diaconate, to the priesthood, and now to the episcopacy.
Well, you are a fairly young bishop. You've been a priest 12 years, and this would be, if you actually would be a second vocation priest. So what did you do prior to being ordained to the priesthood?
Yes, in my whole life I was a science teacher. I was really enamored with physics and computers, mathematics, and taught science for 13 years before seminary. And it was actually a big challenge discerning my vocation, because I couldn't imagine ever being a physics teacher before. But my spiritual director at the time, Father Paul Coakley, now Bishop Coakley, he said, well, maybe it's not teaching physics, but teaching. And then kind of a light bulb moment that the Lord wanted me to teach the rest of my life, but not necessarily physics. Specifically teach people about Him and learn more about the Lord myself.
Well, you were born in Salina, and what was your family's parish there?
Yep, in Salina we just I was just born there because my grandfather, Dr. B.A. Brungardt, physician in Salina, and all his grandchildren were born there.
Okay.
But we lived in Manhattan, Kansas as a boy. Dad was a coach and teacher at Lucky High School, the Catholic school there. And then at age 10 we moved out to a farm near Abilene. Just really enjoyed my farm life, roughly age 10 through age 20 on the farm near Abilene. So coming out to the Dodge City area, I feel right back at home in the wonderful farm and land and ranch country.
Well, the parishes that you have your family attended, they probably will be delighted with this news. So in Manhattan, what was the parish?
So in Manhattan was Seven Dolors, a Catholic parish. I received baptism, first confession, first communion there. And then when we moved out to a farm near Abilene, the closest church was in Chapman. So St. Michael's in Chapman. I was confirmed there. And then went to college at Benedictine in Atchison, Benedictine College, and attended masses there and on campus. And so those are my early parishes' fond memories.
I had read where you talked about your mother's death and how that kind of started you thinking about the priesthood. But had you thought about it prior to that at all?
Oh, as a boy, like most Catholic boys, we would play Mass and we we dress up as priests, and we would take Wonder Bread, the white Wonder Bread, and smash it flat with a little cookie cutter and make a little hose. We would try that. But in my adult life, just never really considered it. But when my mom died in 1990, Virginia Burton Brungardt, it was kind of a time of spiritual reawakening for me. More devotion to the Rosary and the Blessed Mother, attended Mass daily, and it kind of started the process. I was teaching physics at the time at Wichita Collegiate School on the east side of Wichita, and I knew something was pulling me. I knew the Lord wanted something of me, and I thought it was to get back to Catholic school teaching. So I sent my resumes out to an 8-state area, all the Catholic school superintendents, to have any physics teaching jobs. And I've got calls from Rockhurst in Kansas City, from Colorado, from Brownsville, Texas, and then a call from Mike Cook and Keep 'em Mount Carmel Catholic High School in Wichita, Kansas, 1 mile away. There was a physics teaching position open at Capon, and I started teaching there. But that was just 2 years in preparation for my discernment to the seminary.
Wow.
And the seminary in '93.
Is there anything that you look forward to with anticipation in your service here? And is there anything that you feel will be a particular challenge?
I look forward to meeting the people. What a great gift this morning, finally meeting the folks of the Dodge City Diocese. Like I mentioned, it was all hush-hush until this morning. So I look forward to meeting all the priests and deacons, religious and laity of the diocese. Bishop Jacobs would always say, you cannot love who you do not know. So my first step is to get to know the wonderful folks here in southwest Kansas. Challenges, I'm sure there will be challenges from day one, and I have to trust gentle Jesus to help me each step of the way. It's just too overwhelming for anyone, but with the Lord's help, nothing is impossible.
You obviously have a great passion for the church and serving God's people, but within that, are there any particular ministries that you have a particular passion for and focus on? Like, of course, we have Hispanic ministry and rural life issues. Is there anything like that?
I would say I like so many aspects. I think part of my teaching background, I really love the Catholic schools and parish schools of religion. I'm not sure even what they're called here. PSR? Yes. CCD? PSR. The children and the youth have a special affection for teaching. So you'll see that soon, I'm sure. And Hispanic ministry, you mentioned, my first parish as a pastor was Sacred Heart in Kansas City, and bilingual ministry. So a love for the Spanish-speaking people. And adult faith formation. I talked to our director of adult faith formation, and that's another passion of mine. But I'm sure it'll be these and many other things that I'll be involved in now as a bishop.
What are some of your hobbies?
Hobbies. I love to read. Don't get much time to read though. And I love walking, taking long walks for exercise, and just being with family. I'm getting farther away from my family, but I've got a new family here in Dodge City Diocese.
Do you have any family out here at all, or friends?
No immediate family. I'm sure I'll track down some distant cousins. The nearest family now is in Victoria. I have aunt and cousins there. And of course in Wichita, brother and a sister and their families, and Northeast Kansas are my other three siblings. So all nearby, but I have to be getting used to my new family now.
Where were you in your family?
Yeah, I'm second oldest.
Oh, I see.
My older brother Jerry is a physician in Wichita, and my younger sister Elaine in Nortonville, Tom in Kansas City, Tony in Tonganoxie, and Kathy in Wichita. So second of 6. I hope I didn't forget one of them. And 33 nephews and nieces, somewhere around there.
Oh my goodness.
I'm from a big family. My mom had 10 brothers and sisters. Dad had 17 brothers and sisters.
Oh my gosh.
I have 88 first cousins. So I hope we'll fill half of the cathedral February 2nd.
Yeah.